It is Saturday afternoon. It is currently 3:17. I'm a little bit late. I was a little bit late this time. It's not my guest's fault this time. I didn't wake up till 2:07, and then my dad texted me and was like, "I'm on the way with food." So we're here now. Ladies,
No, it's my fault.
no, it wasn't your fault, bro. It was my fault. But we're here with one of my best friends in the entire world. One of the most entertaining people to talk about pro wrestling because his opinion matters. He's an Eagles fan, so he's automatically amazing. Uh, so how's it going, man? How you been?
Good, how you been?
I've been all right. I've been all right. Some shit's happened along the way, but that's life. It
First
happens.
of all, let me ask you this. You ready to wear that Cowboys jersey on Monday?
I'm not gonna be wearing a Cowboys jersey on Monday because I'm not gonna lose.
Mm. Brock Lesnar's coming back, but
If he comes back, I'll be okay. But if he wins the entire thing, I'll be mad.
him versus McIntyre 2.0.
The first match wasn't that good though.
I know, but he wants his rematch.
Why don't they just go with like the easy thing? Just go with Keith Lee.
That's Vince McMahon for you.
Well, he kind of did ruin Finn Balor, so yeah,
Mhm.
we are talking about Vince. We all know how I feel about Goldberg, so I'm gonna get your thoughts on that. You think Goldberg should be in a world title picture at the Rumble?
No.
Exactly. Thank you. I'm not gonna get into Goldberg because we already did that on a previous stream.
But
But just leave, please. Nobody cares about you anymore. It's not 1990 something, 1998.
I could see him possibly winning.
Here's the thing: if he wins, then McIntyre won't be. He can't be taken serious as he claims to be, because you got beat by a part timer, like that's twice your age, and
But
that's
so
what.
so did the Fiend.
Well, yeah, and look what it did to him. It stalled him for a little bit. I mean, Bray Wyatt's so damn good that Bray Wyatt could snap his fingers and we would all be interested. But it stalled him for a little bit. We were all like, "Oh my god, they just ruined the Fiend," because we didn't know what was gonna happen or where he was gonna go from that. Because when you lose to Goldberg, look at what it did to Kevin Owens. I mean, yeah, he's back in the main event picture now, but it took him 2 years to get even close to the same Kevin Owens he was when Goldberg beat him at Fastlane.
That's true.
So he has a track record of he might not ruin people's careers, but he puts it on a hiatus for a while. It wasn't bad to me when he first came back. Like I was like, "Oh, cool, Goldberg's back." I didn't expect him to beat Brock in that quick of
All right, so
fashion.
let me ask you this. If you don't like if you don't like Goldberg doing it, how do you feel about Brock doing it?
I don't like Brock either.
Or anybody else like The Rock?
Don't like The Rock. I don't think. Here's the thing. I don't think any part timer should ever come back and win a title like that. If you want to build them up for months and have them work their ass off to get there, that's fine to me because they've earned it. They've earned their title shot. But when you come back after being gone, I would be upset if CM Punk came back right now and was just like, "I'm coming after the world title." No, you've been gone for 7 years. You don't get that privilege. There's many people back there that should have got many title pictures. You know a person that should have got the title match at the Rumble that a lot of people that this is going to be a crazy opinion, and I don't think it's going to go over well, but it's my opinion. If he was on Raw, Buddy Murphy should be in the title picture right now.
He
People like
should be.
people like that should be in the title picture. Hell, people. Okay, this one's really going to be bad. I would rather see Jinder Mahal versus Drew McIntyre than Goldberg versus McIntyre
You think
because
that's bad?
I mean, they have history there with the 3
You
and
know
B.
who I'd rather see?
Oh boy.
I'd rather see Slater.
Honestly, okay, here's how I feel about it. I have to be impartial because he's from West Virginia and obviously hometown boy. So I gotta say this. Heath Slater should have been a WWE champion. And I'm not just saying that because he's from West Virginia. He is so talented, and he's proven that now. So many people are leaving WWE. Look at what they did to Leo Rush.
Mhm.
He could have been a world champion in 6 months. And then
Why do you Why do you think Dean left?
because they were treating him like shit and they wanted him to take shots in
Why
the
do you think
ass on live
why do you,
television
why do you think Balor went back to NXT?
because he knew if he didn't, he was going to get let go
Why do you think Ricochet's gonna leave?
because he's not being used like he should be. Just look at his stuff in Lucha Underground. Look at Ricochet stuff anywhere. Look at
Dude,
his stuff in Evolve.
there's so many people that should be going after the championships, but they're not.
Cedric Alexander. I mean, yeah, he's in the Hurt Business and Tag Champion, but he could do so much
Mustafa
more.
Ali.
Yeah. That whole okay, here's my thing on Retribution. It could have been something special if you did it right. It could have been the next Nexus.
You want me to tell you why though? It's not
Why?
because Triple H isn't in control.
That's what I'm saying. And I've said this before, and somebody's going to clip it. I'm sure Kevin will find a way to put it on TikTok. The WWE will be better off when Vince McMahon's dead. I love you, Vince,
I
but
don't.
it's the truth.
I don't.
I respect everything he has done for the business because he's Vince
I
McMahon.
don't. I don't. I honestly don't.
I take it you were a Brett fan growing up?
No. I just think he ruined professional wrestling in a whole.
Some people have that opinion.
And I watched it my whole life. I watched The Rock. I watched Stone Cold.
I'm recently going back and watching WCW. So
seeing then to now, it completely changed my whole mind on wrestling.
The older I'm getting, because I'm 17 now, and I've been watching it since 2008, since I was freaking 5. So I can see a big drastic change from then till now. You know, you weren't afraid to hear somebody call somebody a bitch. And that's why AEW is so great. You know, I'm not a fan of a PG product. I don't think wrestling should be PG.
No.
It adds a fourth wall. If I can't look at you and go, I'm going to kick your ass and kill you at this pay-per-view, and you're not going to walk out alive, then that, you're just defeating the whole purpose.
What was your favorite match back then?
Back in 08, 09, like where I grew up?
No.
Or back in the Attitude Era?
Back in the Attitude Era.
Okay, I have a couple. But I'd have to say the last match that Rock and Austin had at Mania, which was, I believe, WrestleMania 17. And then...
What was your favorite stipulations back then?
Man, I felt like the ladder match had so much meaning to it. And an Iron Man match, you don't really see those. I mean, you see those on takeovers and when it really gets deep. But back then, that's when the third match, you got to the third match in a rivalry, you know, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels. That was the big thing. We're going to go 60 minutes, and you're going to try to prove that you're better than me, even though I know you're not. And if you cannot work me in 60 minutes, then I'll admit you're a better man.
And then, literally, those matches had blood in it.
Yep.
You can't have blood.
Nope. I think the last time we've seen blood, like blood.
I think the last time I seen blood was coming out of Randy Orton's back. That was it.
Yeah. And I feel like, okay, here's my opinion on AEW. I'm gonna get your thoughts on AEW too, but it's so much better. I would rather miss a SmackDown and a Raw, which this is my job now, so I kind of can't. Like I was talking with Kevin, we kind of have forced to watch this shit, and it's shit because I'm saying it. It is
But I'll
shit.
tell you what, I'm hooked on the wrestling still because of a couple wrestlers.
That's me. If it wasn't for Finn
If,
Balor, you know,
if a bunch of people left, I wouldn't be watching it no more.
yeah, I feel like there's a few people that's keeping it going for me on the WWE side. Now I'm not gonna say I would completely stop watching wrestling on a whole because we still have AEW, and I
I
feel
would.
like, wow, bro.
Not AEW, but like WWE.
Oh yeah, I would probably stop watching. There's only a few people that has kept
The
me.
only time I would go back is when Vince is dead.
Yeah, I know that sounds bad, and somebody in the comments after this goes up is gonna be like, "Oh my God, what are you? What, we're not saying like, oh, we hope Vince is dead. We're just saying it's
Either that,
off.
or just retire.
Yeah, just give it to Triple H.
Yeah,
Just give it to Triple H, and give part of it to Shane if you want to, and just give the rest to But the thing with AEW is, look at what they did. WWE fucked that up royally because
I'm gonna tell you something.
they had the opportunity to have Goldust versus Cody. They could have made that a WrestleMania match.
Is your favorite person Finn Balor?
Yes.
All right, what's your favorite character for Finn Balor?
It's nothing I've seen in WWE.
Demon King?
I'm more of a Prince Devitt type of guy. If I'm gonna go back and be like, I want to see that Finn, it's Prince Devitt. The stuff that he was doing in Japan, with the Joker face paint and the Bane where he shaved his head and it was so good. And the
Well, Triple H wanted to make him full demon.
Are you serious? And Vince was like, no.
Yep.
What the
because Vince didn't like him.
Of course he didn't like him. Look at what he did. He came in,
Vince
SummerSlam.
Vince don't like the people like, let's say, like you. You know how you're not like small?
Yeah, I'm small.
He don't like that. He wants you to be tall, big, bodybuilder, like that.
There's no denying, and I don't care who you. I don't care. Finn Balor is the best wrestler, pound for pound, besides AJ Styles, the WWE has.
All right. What's your favorite Finn Balor match?
I never liked any of his stuff on the main roster. The only stuff that I liked on the main roster, I have to give Brock credit, but he did make him look good at the Rumble. When they faced at the Rumble for his rematch for the Universal title, he made him look good. But my favorite Finn Balor match, well, I guess it is on the main roster. It would be him and AJ at TLC, just because being a New Japan fan and knowing the history behind those two and knowing the Bullet Club, and it was just so awesome to see that finally come together, even though it was just on a boom. Okay, no, he can't be here, so can you get here? But that's one of those matches that don't need a build to it. It doesn't. So I really enjoyed that match. And then if I had to pick one from XT, it would be his ladder match against Samoa.
All right, what's your dream match?
Just of anybody?
Of Finn Balor.
Finn Balor? Can it be outside of WWE?
Yes.
Give me Finn Balor versus Kenny Omega versus AJ Styles.
Okay.
And if you want me to give a storyline behind that, I can. It's simple. All three members of the Bullet Club.
Right.
You could have, right now we got Kenny running roughshod over Impact and, AEW, right? So you could have him do that for a few months. Have him destroy everybody. Even Moxley. Make Moxley look like scum compared to the Bullet Club and Kenny Omega, right?
Mhm.
Let's say AJ Styles finally leaves. He finally gets out of there because AJ right now is a joke. They're making him a joke.
Mhm.
He needs to leave. I love you, AJ. Let's say AJ comes back first, right? And
Literally, Finn and AJ should go to AEW.
yes. So you would have, Kenny Omega. Let's say Kenny Omega is about to, like, I don't know, drop John Moxley off of a stage or something. Maybe like throw him off to maybe write him off television, maybe, and then the lights go out.
And
And you
Balor comes out.
no. We're gonna bring AJ in first.
Okay.
We'll save Finn, but we're gonna bring AJ in first. The lights go out. Nothing pops up on the screen except for I Am Phenomenal and P1. Kenny's like, what? He comes out in Bullet Club gear. The whole mask and everything makes him think. He's like, yeah, whatever, yeah. And then he looks at him, flips him off, does the gun thing, hits him with the Styles Clash. Dynamite goes off. The next week, we have the Bucks look at him and go, what the hell are you doing here? And he says, I'm saving what I'm starting. I'm saving what I started. And then, like, Nick Jackson will go, that's funny. I didn't realize you were a prince. We don't hear nothing for, like, until All Out. Let's say we get to All Out, right? And we have the AJ Styles versus Kenny Omega match. Kenny Omega beats AJ Styles. And he screamed in his face, I'm the leader of the Bullet Club. I am this future of this company, right? So then we have that, and then the lights go out again. And we're like, what the hell? Pop up on the screen. Prince Devitt. He looks at Kenny. He goes, it's time to finish what I started. If you come at the Prince, you better not miss. And there you go. You could set that up for Full Gear or whatever you wanted to do, but it's Bullet Club member versus Bullet Club member. And if Finn wins, then he's the leader of the Bullet Club. Could you have those guys as a stable? Yes. I wouldn't mind seeing that after they go to war. But you need to have that moment where they're all like, man, piss on you. This is my stable. But that's one of the storylines that I've had in my head for so many years. When I first saw Finn Balor, I knew that he was going to be a star. You know how you can just tell those people that you, no matter where they go, if they whoever they touch, they make a star.
You remember his first match on WWE?
His NXT debut?
No. His main roster debut.
Oh, against Seth? Yeah.
No, not against Seth.
Who was his? Oh, Roman Reigns. Yeah, right. Yeah.
It was that Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah, the Fatal 4-Way, right? And then he went on to face Reigns.
When I told everybody when he was coming up, I said you need to watch out for him. And no one believed me.
I was behind him 100%, man. Following him from Japan, I was like, oh, it's about to go down. Because if they do it right.
He should have beat Reigns.
No, he shouldn't. But here's the thing.
He should have beat Reigns that night.
I don't know how to feel about that.
He should have beat Reigns that night.
I don't know how to feel about that. Because if we remember, he won the Fatal 4-Way, or he went on, he beat Roman. He beat Roman, remember? Because that's one of the best, before we got the heel turn Roman, that was one of the best promo lines that he ever had. Finn was standing in the ring, and he was walking back up the ramp, and the interviewer stopped him, and he goes, that's fine, but I want to do this again. Granted, we never got it again yet, but they
wait, he did beat Roman that first time?
Yeah, remember? Because he went to SummerSlam, and he was the first ever champion.
That's right.
And that was that whole build. And that's why I was like, oh, my God, they're actually going to do this right. Because he comes up, he beats Roman, he freaking beats Seth, pops his freaking or tears his labrum or whatever it is, and is never the same again until he goes in.
Never gets his rematch.
He got his rematch, but he didn't win
Yeah,
it.
but
He should have.
he had it against Brock.
Yep.
It should have been before that.
And some people, that would have been a dream match. I was like, oh, cool, we're gonna get Finn versus Brock. If they do it right, that's gonna be phenomenal. When he went back down to NXT, and I said this to all my friends because obviously we're all wrestling fans. We talk about it 24/7. People were messaging me in group messages like, dude, he's back in NXT. I was like, if he doesn't change his name to at least Prince Balor, then it can't work.
He did that.
He needs to change it. And then he ended up changing it. He ended up calling himself the Prince. And I was like, okay, all right, this can do better. And then he turned heel.
His heel moment was the best.
Oh, my God. It was so good.
It
Bro,
was.
that LA kick caught me off guard so well. I was like, oh.
I knew he was going to do it.
I was sitting here thinking in the back of my mind, I was like, yeah, okay. All right, we might get a heel turn. But it caught me so off guard because it was so quick. It was just like, boom, Pele kick. I was like, whoa. What just happened?
Let me ask you something.
What's up?
Do you want him to join that stable?
The Undisputed Era?
Mm-hmm.
No.
No?
No.
Because he just teamed with Kyle O'Reilly.
He did just team with Kyle O'Reilly, didn't he? I haven't checked out NXT yet. Was it good?
Yeah.
I'm going to say this right now, and a lot of people are going to get hate. Adam Cole is not the best wrestler in the Undisputed Era.
No.
It's Kyle O'Reilly.
Yes.
And if you do not believe me, go watch Kyle O'Reilly in Ring of Honor.
I believe you 100%. I told you on your last stream, O'Reilly's better.
All right. Don't get me wrong. Cole is a phenomenal talent.
He's okay.
He's a money draw.
I would say he's the third best in that group.
Ooh. All right. You like Bobby Fish?
No.
Oh, I forgot about Roderick Strong. Shit, I forgot about Roderick Strong. That's because he don't really get used that much anymore. You ever notice that?
Strong's better than Adam Cole.
He is. He's kind of the background guy now, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And he shouldn't be.
And literally, I'll tell you this right now.
What's up?
O'Reilly and Strong should go up before Adam Cole.
Ooh. See, that's an unpopular opinion. You might be right on that. Let me ask you this. Could you see Roderick Strong versus Brock Lesnar?
Yes.
That could be a really good match. I'm sitting here thinking, you're just making my wrestling brain work, man, and it's not.
Just like I could see O'Reilly versus Lesnar.
That could be a technical masterpiece.
And then O'Reilly beating Brock Lesnar.
Here's the thing. We've seen that Kyle can do great things as a single star.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like if he was to break out, he would kind of be the Matt Hardy of the group, right?
No.
To most people, he would. Casual wrestling fans.
To most people, but not to me.
Not to me. And that's because we're not casual wrestling fans. We've been watching it our whole lives. So we understand the business and how it works. But to a casual wrestling fan, they're going to be gravitated toward Adam Cole. Let's just
Who does O'Reilly remind you of?
I've always said, and I know this is going to be like, I don't see that. I see a little bit of Bret.
Bret Hart?
Yeah, I see a little bit of Bret in him. Because
all right, now let me ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
If they ever broke up, who would you want to feud out of them, that stable?
Well, because we've seen it in Ring of Honor, and it was really, really good. Give me Cole and O'Reilly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because
and who do you think would win that match?
From a fan perspective or from a business perspective?
From a fan perspective.
Kyle O'Reilly. From a business perspective, it would be Adam Cole.
Correct. Who do you like more, though?
Kyle. I'm an Adam Cole fan. You know, I still pop. I still say Adam Cole, baby, every
I,
time he
I,
comes.
I hate Adam Cole.
Oh my God. Okay, let me ask you this. All right, are you aware of the Velveteen Dream thing that happened?
Mm-hmm.
You know, the pedophile shit.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he should have been fired?
Yes.
100%.
100%.
100%. Uh, okay. So you think he should have been fired?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think before all that came out, do you think Velveteen Dream had the potential to be an NXT champion?
No.
I always thought he did.
Mm-mm.
Because there's no denying the son of a bitch is charismatic. I mean, he's a you know, but
He is, but I just don't think it would work on him.
he did okay with the North American Championship. But I
Right.
don't.
Just
Yeah,
like in WWE, he would be fine with the United States champion, not the heavyweight.
I'm sorry, I got to fix our screens. I'm just now noticing this, and it annoys me. There we go. Hold on, I'll make it even better, guys. I am so unprepared. I'm not a professional. There we go. Okay.
Honestly, though. Honestly.
All right.
I'm
So
dead honest with you.
you don't think that that's the wrong logo? I'm irritating myself. So you don't think he would have made it as a NXT champion?
No.
I always thought he had the potential to, if he would have just slowed down and kept his head above the water, then he would have been something special. But he's just falling off.
I just don't think he could handle the big moments.
All right, man. So let me ask you this question, leading on to the next topic. There's a lot of people let go in the coronavirus BS that Vince says. Oh, there's a lot of people let go. One person that shouldn't have been let go. Out of that group.
I feel like there's more than one that shouldn't have been let go.
There's more than one, but I have one that immediately comes to mind. That they
Who's yours?
fucked up royally.
Who's
Because I'm a
yours?
big fan of him, Leo Rush. I don't. It was just a bad decision from a bad time. If he was still in WWE today, let's say Vince does pass away, right?
Yours makes sense. Mine is going to throw you off guard.
All right. Mine makes sense. Yours is gonna throw me off guard. Let me hear it. That's why it's called off the script, folks.
Heath Slater.
I could see that because now we could do like even a triple threat between all three of them in Mania would be interesting.
A 3MB feud would be awesome.
Yeah. I'll honestly tell you, when he came back for that one more match on Raw against McIntyre, I thought that's what that was leading to. I thought it was like a work. I thought it was another Drake Maverick situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, hell yeah. My childhood's going to be fulfilled. I'm going to see all those three guys break out and have a war. And then we never saw them in WWE again yet. But, you know, it is what it is. We miss opportunities.
We always miss opportunities.
Should we have had Sting versus Taker before Taker retired?
Just like I'll tell you one thing we're not going to have. Roman versus Rock.
I want that so bad.
We're not going to have it.
I know we're not going to have it.
It's the big matches like that that are never going to go.
And it makes so much sense.
Mm-hmm.
It makes so much sense. I have so many storyline ideas in my head. I'm probably just going to have to make a show for that, but I don't know what the hell I'd call that show. There's
So I could put on so many dream matches that will never happen.
Give me a few. I like hearing your dream matches. These are interesting.
A few?
Yeah, give me a few.
Finn Balor versus CM Punk.
Oh. Ooh, that's a banger.
John Cena versus Stone Cold.
I don't know. I'd rather see Hogan versus Stone Cold, Punk versus Austin, and Hogan versus Cena.
Cena.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember? I don't know if because you're a
Now,
big fan
I don't
of.
know if this ever happened, but Edge versus Shawn Michaels too would be good.
If the money's right, Shawn Michaels will retire and come out of retirement for anything. Look at Crown Jewel.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things that annoys me, we were talking about dream matches. I lost my train of thought. What was I going to talk about? I hate when I do that. But do you? Oh yeah. Do you remember when WWE 2K13 came out, or not 2K? WWE 13 came out, and they did that whole interview with Stone Cold and Punk.
Mm-hmm.
Punk literally told him, "I'm better than you, and if you ever
Mm-hmm.
step in the ring with me, I will absolutely destroy you."
Mm-hmm.
And they were like setting that up. I honestly thought in my naive child mind, I was like, "We're about to get Punk versus Austin,"
Mm-hmm.
and that never happened. I think it was in the cards at one point. I think it was ran by the cards at one point. But of course, Austin, with his history of neck issues and stuff, couldn't have happened.
I don't think that was the case.
So you think it was a work?
I think it should have happened, but Vince just refused to let it happen.
That's the problem I think with the business right now. I'm not in an AEW standpoint, but in a WWE standpoint, there is so many talent that Vince has ruined. Look at what he fucking did to Dominic Dijakovic.
Mm-hmm.
You shave his head and call him T-Bar.
Look what he did to Dakota Kai.
I like Hill Dakota. I'm not gonna lie, I like that.
And I think she has way more potential than that.
Which I don't think he has that much say so really over NXT, because if he did, Finn Balor I don't think would be champion right now. I mean,
all right, so let me ask you something.
Floor is all yours, pal.
What match are you looking most forward to, the NXT takeover?
When is takeover? I didn't even know we were having a takeover. What the? We're having a takeover?
Mm-hmm.
When?
It's coming up.
Damn.
It's literally February 14th.
Oh yeah, I heard something about that. Shit. Bro, you're so good at this. Catching me off guard with shit that I didn't even know was gonna happen. Jesus.
All right, so I know the main event. I know the main event right now is Io Shirai versus Toni Storm.
Ooh.
Versus, I don't know the last one. I should know it, but I don't know it. It's a triple threat for the women's championship
of a takeover. So they're trying to recreate what they did with Sasha and Bayley, but in a triple threat standpoint.
Correct.
I have nothing against women's wrestling because I've watched NWA Power, and their women's division is phenomenal.
Correct.
But I do not think Io Shirai and Toni Storm and whoever's going to be in the match should main event a takeover. Not right now. I'm not saying that, women shouldn't main event pay-per-views, because they absolutely should. But a takeover is special. They, in my opinion, women should have never main evented WrestleMania. That is your biggest show of the year. That is your biggest show of the year. And you have, number one, a person that couldn't wrestle to begin with. I really didn't like Ronda Rousey as a wrestler. Becky and Charlotte did great. If you would have just... Here's what I would have done that Mania main event. I would have not had Ronda Rousey anywhere near it. Give me the 4 horsewomen in a fatal 4-way. Don't care what you have to do. Get whatever title you need to do. Book that and have that be your main event at WrestleMania.
Disagree.
Really?
Disagree.
That's the great thing about wrestling. We all don't have to agree. What would you have rather done? Would you have rather seen that triple threat between Becky?
No. No. I would have done the 4 Horsemen of WWE versus the 4 Horsemen of UFC.
See, I was always a fan of that idea, but I didn't think it should be on a WrestleMania card. Well, no, I'm not saying it didn't belong on a WrestleMania card, but if we have to have a women's main event, do you really want
Or
that to be
or
on WrestleMania?
or it should have just been Rousey versus Becky.
Yeah, because they didn't get to have their match at Survivor Series that year because of Nia Jax. And Willie, if you're watching this, when you watch this before, I'm going to be arguing with you tonight about Nia Jax. I can already tell. For those of you who don't know who Willie Finesse is, look him up on TikTok. Great guy. Nia Jax is unsafe and doesn't deserve to be a wrestler. I said it. Continue.
Should have been Becky versus Rousey. No Charlotte.
Charlotte's overrated.
Correct. I think a lot of divas are overrated.
Ooh, he just called them divas.
I think a lot of them are overrated. Just to name a few. I think Asuka's overrated.
Yep. I was a fan of her at the beginning, but now.
I think Charlotte's overrated.
Definitely.
I think Nia Jax is overrated. I think Shayna Baszler is now overrated.
Oh, man. I still love her to death. She's a great in-ring worker.
And I think Rousey was overrated.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she was every sense of the word overrated.
I can name a bunch that are underrated.
Go ahead. We're covering bases here, folks.
Liv Morgan.
I never saw the appeal behind Liv. I love Liv.
Peyton Royce.
If you would give her more time, yeah.
Dana Brooke.
Yes, absolutely. 100% agree.
I think Billie Kay is the worst wrestler I've ever seen in my life.
Whoa. Whoa, worse than James Ellsworth?
Worse than that.
I mean, bro, you saying the worst you've ever seen in your life.
I'd rather take No Chin as my partner before I would take her as my partner.
Are you legit serious? You're saying the worst wrestler you've ever seen in your life.
I'd rather take Hornswoggle over her. Hell, I'd rather take that kid Nicholas. That one with Braun Strowman over her.
Former tag champion. Don't discredit the power of Nicholas, bro.
I'd rather see that over that.
What is it about her that you think is just so terrible?
Well, first, I can't stand her voice.
So you don't like Australians?
Not even that. She's just high-pitched. I can't stand the high-pitched.
Yeah, that annoys me.
I think Peyton Royce had to carry her the whole time.
I think those two were great together, but yeah, she had to carry. Don't you hate when people... Oh, I hate that. People freaking snap you in the middle of the interview that don't talk to you, but they're like, Strake, out of nowhere. I don't want to strike with you. Continue, sorry.
But I just don't like her. I'm not a fan of her. I'm just not.
Is there a male talent that you absolutely cannot stand? Like you would rather turn your television onto a chick flick before you watch this person come out to the ring?
There's a bunch of them.
Oh, God.
There's a bunch of them. You want me to name a few?
Yes, sir.
Okay. There's Brock.
Rock.
There's Brock.
Yep.
Um, can I go old and new?
Yeah, you can go old and new.
Okay. Santino.
I don't know. That's it for me.
I'm trying to think of their names. What was their group called?
Who?
Victor and
Ascension?
yeah, Ascension.
Uh,
I kind of feel like you don't like that.
no, no, I don't. I disagree with that. They
All
were
right.
they were used completely wrong.
Okay.
NXT them, give me that every day. Main
I know
roster.
you're not gonna like this.
Oh God.
You're definitely not gonna like this.
All right, go ahead.
Rey Mysterio.
Bullshit, dude.
Rey Mysterio.
Why?
Because I think he's brought back way too much. I think he just needs to leave for WWE forever and never come back, just like you feel with Goldberg. And honestly, his son, don't get me started on his son.
I will start you right now, and I'm gonna make a statement, and this is gonna piss you off. If Dominic Mysterio isn't a future world champion, then I don't know what the hell is. For that kid to be so young and be able to do the shit that he does,
No,
young man, you are doing great things. Keep
no,
doing what you're doing.
no.
I have a special bond with him, dude, because I remember watching him in that ladder match.
People like that get in because of their family is not hard workers.
Oh, so we could say that about Roman Reigns and Bret Hart
No,
and
no.
all those people.
No.
When Vince McMahon purchased what was it, Mid South that Stu helped run, Stu Hart?
Mm-hmm.
The only reason that Bret and everybody got a chance is because the only way that Vince could purchase Mid South is if he let Bret and all of Stu's family go to WWE.
Okay,
That was
but why do you think Vince didn't like Bret?
yeah, but he was still a WWE champion.
Okay, so you tell me this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
People that got in, like Edge, Christian, Cena, Balor. You're telling me they're not harder workers than the people that get in, like Charlotte,
They're equal.
Randy Orton.
Oh man, I love Randy. Don't be talking trash about Randy.
Why do you think Randy gets so many chances after chances? There's been multiple times he should have been fired.
Multiple, and even he admits that. But you want to know why he gets so many chances? He's money.
Okay, why does Charlotte?
She's money, regardless.
Nope.
The last name Flair
It's literally
is money.
yeah. Yes.
So you could put that behind me. I could change my name. I could.
Charlotte is overrated.
I agree with that 100%.
She gets those title matches because her last name's Flair.
I'm not gonna say she hasn't worked hard, because she has. But in terms of like people going, oh my God, she's the greatest of this generation.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Why before Bayley turned heel did she never get well, she got title shots, but not as much.
Why do I think she didn't get as much as she is now?
No. Why do you think she didn't get as much as Charlotte?
Because she's ugly. She was. Now she's hot, but I'm just saying.
No, it's because Flair has that last name.
Well, that too, but nobody's attracted to the score girl that sits in the freaking corner and draws sketches. That was Bailey.
Who has the most fucking championships?
Rick. Woo!
What is she at right now?
Isn't it like 8 or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
She's almost tied with Trish Stratus, if not past her.
Mm-hmm. They're gonna have her tie Ric Flair's championships.
You think Cena will ever beat it though?
Mm-hmm.
At what point? Do you see Cena coming back at the Rumble?
Correct.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't see that.
I do.
The only way that I would want Cena to come back to the Rumble is if he's a heel.
He's gonna be.
You really think so?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
And
was
I can tell you his match right now.
Tell me the match at Mania. So you don't got him going on and winning the Rumble, right?
No.
What's his match at Mania if he was to come back?
Ergonomic Cena versus head of the table Roman Reigns.
Heel versus heel?
Yep.
How would that? I don't know, man. You know what? A lot of people, and I was talking to my mentor Kevin about it the other day. A lot of people gave that Firefly Funhouse shit because it really wasn't a wrestling match. It told a story.
Mm-hmm.
It told a story. One thing that I wish they would have just put that tiny little detail in, and it was supposed to happen. It was supposed to lead into something. For those of you who follow the dirt sheets and all this, he wasn't supposed to be wearing an NWO shirt. Do you know what type of shirt he was supposed to be wearing? He was supposed to be wearing a Nexus shirt. The whole
Does Cena
plan,
be Nexus?
yeah, the whole plan,
Because of Husky Harris?
yeah, and the whole plan of that, and the fact that Cena was part of Nexus, and Nexus was kind of the bad group, and we really seen Cena's patience. Back in that time, we all thought, every wrestling fan thought, oh, this is going to be the time that Cena breaks. That, and I believe at WrestleMania 30, those are the two times where I literally thought that, okay, John's going to turn into a heel. But the whole plan going out of Mania was, have Cena disappear for a few months, right? Because he disappeared. He physically disappeared out of the match after it was over.
He disappeared, right?
Yeah,
And he disappeared for months.
The original plan was to have him disappear for a few months and come back and have a new Nexus.
Maybe that's set up.
But rumors are got scrapped at the last minute.
Maybe it's just a surprise.
I hope so, man. Let me ask you this. Who is the greatest faction outside of the Four Horsemen in professional wrestling history?
That's tough. Because I can tell you right now, it's not the Shield.
I would semi agree with that.
I think they all had better runs as singles.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Honestly, it's a faction they didn't make.
Really?
I'll be down in a minute.
You're up here for half hour.
I'll be down in a minute.
Perks of being married, huh?
Mm-hmm. But it's a faction that didn't happen yet.
What is it, brother?
The Bloodline.
Oh. See, that's interesting. But who would you put in it?
Roman. And the Usos.
You think that would be the greatest faction in professional wrestling history?
All us heels, yep.
I don't like that at all. one name comes to mind, and a lot of people are gonna go, "Oh my God, your typical wrestling mark, Evolution." Yep,
Tell
Evolution
you one.
or the
Tell
end.
you one reason why. How much better has I think it's Jay been since he turned heel with Roman?
His promo leading into their match, I think it was at. I don't remember what pay per view it was going into. And if you follow me on Facebook, I posted late last night. There's a video about that promo. That is the day that I realized Jey Uso is a future world champion.
Okay. So how do you think Jimmy would do as a heel with Roman?
It would be good, but I feel like he would literally be the Matt Hardy out of the two brothers. I feel like he would be Matt to Jay's Jeff.
Right.
He would, and Jay said in that promo that it was always, he was always in the shadow. And I feel like now the roles are going to be reversed if you do something like that.
Right.
All right, I'm going to wrap it up here in just a few minutes. I'm going to ask you a few more questions, and then we'll wrap it up. Who do you got winning the Rumble?
I already told you.
You got Brock winning the Rumble?
I got a triple threat happening at WrestleMania.
Bro, it ain't going to happen, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't going to happen.
When Brock Lesnar's music hits at number 30.
They're announcing the number 30 entrant tonight on Backstage, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So you think they're going to announce Brock Lesnar?
Yep.
I have a fan fiction. It happened once, so it can happen again, and I will never stop hoping that he comes back to WWE for as long as I live. You remember when Backstage was just starting up and Punk came back and we were all like, "What the fuck?"
I'm telling you right now, Punk's returning, but it's not going to be at number 30.
So you think this is the year?
Punk's returning.
I don't know, man.
And so is AJ.
We'll be live streaming the Rumble, by the way. So if that happens, you guys will see me have a mental breakdown. But so you got the triple threat at Mania.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do you see the Fiend returning in the Rumble?
Yes. With a brand new mask.
With a brand new mask. I'll tell you something, folks. I know that was a dummy laying there, but that was one of the best matches
And
ever.
he's going to return with a devil mask.
I could see him coming.
It's going to be all burned. And horns coming out the top.
You have such a good mind for wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
All right, one more question. One person that is returning at the Rumble besides Punk and besides the typical answers that you think will shock the world if you had to pick one.
You ready for it? Brace yourself. RVD.
The fuck? Why? Why RVD?
RVD is going to return.
See, no.
RVD is going to return.
I kind of want to say it's an indie star, but there's not really any big free agent indie stars right now. So I'm kind of up in the air about that.
If there's any surprise for NXT to come to the main roster for the guys and the girls, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
So if there's any surprise for the guys in the girls Rumble that are coming from NXT, one's gonna be, we already know this. Rhea Ripley. For the guys, Damian Priest.
Yep. See, I think my shocker of a Rumble return, right back.
You think so?
Yep.
Okay, so if they do that, then you got to have Mark Henry return too.
I have a question for all you guys out there. Do you remember Legends Night when he was backstage?
Mm-hmm.
It looked like he didn't have a right leg. Or was that just me?
I think that was just you.
Because he was on the scooter and I didn't see his right leg, and I was like, damn.
It was up on the seat.
Okay. All right, I was tripping. All right, guys. This episode of Off the Script is going to come to a close. I know he's a very busy man. He's got to deal with a Cowboys fan as a wife, so we all know how difficult that is. But I want to thank you for taking the time out of your day to be a part of the show. I'm sure you'll be back for more. I really enjoyed the conversation, and I'll let you go on and be.
Hey.
What's up, man?
Just know, Monday I'll be paying attention. You wearing a Cowboys jersey on your stream.
Monday you'll be paying attention. I gotta see if I can find one, but I'll find one, even if I gotta buy one. All right, man. I'm gonna go and let you enjoy the rest of your day, man. I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you Royal Rumble Sunday, man.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome, brother.
All right, have a good one.
You too, brother.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys. That was the interview with one of my very best friends in the world. If you guys enjoyed what you've seen here, please be sure to hit that subscribe button and everything else, whatever you want to do. I love y'all so much. Be tuning in at 7 p.m. tonight to see your boy on a War Room podcast. I love y'all.